Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to show you how I create my focus list this week, actually. But firstly, just to review, I'm going to go on the market analysis right here. I just kind of undid what I set up, but whatever. So if we go back to position 5 range, I would also look at names in XLF. So the sectors, that is XLF, XLRE, XLV, and XLI, and then lastly was kind of XLP. XLP was a little extended short term, but really XLE, XLV, I think are the better looks out of all of those. In particular, XLF, especially if it wants to break out of these highs. Okay, so let me take you to my focus channel. This is the channel I go to nearly every day. I have a continuous list of longs that I am watching and looking for, and I continuously add these names to this long focus list that I just accidentally deleted. Hang on, let me reload this. So I'm continuously adding names that look good to my long focus list. And then, you know, as they don't look good to me anymore, I just simply delete them. Otherwise, I have my long-term watch list, weekly basis, longer-term holds, things like that. I'm going to hide that for now. And I'll show you something else that I've been doing recently as well. Either way, okay. So if we're looking at daily charts here, what I like to do is I like to go, this is my short watch list. I'll go to my long watch list. I will organize this by position in 20 days. Okay, so basically where price is in relation to the prior 20 days. Now we can even get juicier if we wanted to. I can add in position in the prior 5-day range or even 10-day range. So let's just go 5-day range. Let's see what's looking strong just from last week in itself. So if we organize this by position in 5-day range, we're going to get some different names. So let's go ahead and create a watch list here. Especially so Orgo, I don't know what happened. It's a low price stock, huge move. What's a short float on this thing? 13%. This could be a momentum play. This would be a short term. If we look at the weekly, what's going on here? If we look at the weekly, it looks like it's kind of breaking out of this consolidation area. Again, this would be a momentum play. I'm not actually interested in it. I don't know, maybe I am, who knows, but it's hitting prior supply here. So this looks like it might, there's absolutely huge volume on it. So I'll keep this on my watch list, but maybe not for next week. If I do trade it next week, it would be a momentum type play. So ORGO, maybe a momentum play. GILD closing strong on the weekly. This is a little, I'm going to go back to the dailies because that's what I mostly trade off of. It's like too extended for me on the upside. ABV also too extended for me, especially breaking into the highs. MMM, I would, you know, you got 3 strong days in a row. That's a beautiful breakout and retest. The play was right here, especially with that 50 SMA confluence bottoming tail, you know, low volume during the pullback. I missed this one. Maybe, you know, I would like it if it pulled back into this area here. I'll create a price alert. Pull back into this area, maybe that would be a buy to set a higher low versus this low, especially if it's coming up to potential supply area. So not my favorite look. ABT, not my favorite look. MCK, I do like MCK, especially because it had a couple of rest days before it broke out to these highs. You know, if we zoom out here, it's a nice little base that's breaking. So that looks interesting to me. Yum, I have been watching this for a while. Let's just zoom out to the weekly. That's a big base that it's breaking. It hasn't pulled back yet, and I'm not chasing that. So I will just sit on my hands. I will be patient. It's got decent quarterly earnings growth. It got nice relative revenue growth. You know, it's got 15% left for institutions to potentially buy. Stock is, you know, is 94. So it looks like a pretty decent name to maybe hold and swing even long term, but it's just too extended for me. I want a little retest around this area, or at least a pullback to the 20. So I'm not watching that. Visa, part of XLF, breaking out to new highs. I like that. Roblox, that might be interesting. Kind of finding support near prior support levels. I don't know. I don't like it simply because the shorter term trend lines are still down. I want some more time, let that digest. It could be a play coming into this week, but not sure. Little extended on PGR, EXEL. I do like EXEL. You can see that it has broken this consolidation look above, fail, came back down, opposite end range target, failed to move lower, pull back a little bit, created a higher low, and then just ripped to the opposite side. So EXEL looks pretty solid as well, in my opinion. Let's move on. MasterCard looks pretty solid. Looks like it wants to break out, so I would keep an eye on that if it wants to move higher. SBUX looks good. That is not a real trade that you see in the top left-hand corner. That's a paper trade that I have going on. Root, if you saw, I'm still mad that I sold like here. I entered up here and then sold here, and then it did nothing but run. So this is, part of my learning process here. But either way, looking at the weekly, huge engulfing candle on the weekly on huge volume. So I think Root is going to be a pretty solid play. I don't know, maybe a little bit of rest this week, especially after last week on earnings reaction. I would love some rest on this so it didn't just continue for an entry opportunity, basically. Urban Outfitters look decent. I would pay attention to like a break and hold of that level there, and then maybe even the highs. Looks okay. Looks okay. What's a short float? 10%. I like Urban. URBN. Let's see. PL, meh. RCL, meh. Sound, meh. NTNX, breakout and retest type look. Also, it has a gap in here that it may or may not fill. So I'd be watching NTNX. 3.33%. Nothing too crazy on the short float level. Interesting in my opinion though. GEO, I'm pretty sure I was trying to short this thing, but looks like it's going to be a look below and fail look. Give it some time. I'm going to give it some time. Let the short-term lines come on back up there. Costco might be a solid play into this week. What's that part of? I think it's XLP. Little breakout flagging. Kind of consolidating over the shorter term EMAs. I do like Costco. Gorilla Technology broke out, pulled back to the 20 EMA. Pretty high short float, 14%. Looks like it might want to continue on. Let's take a look at the weekly. This thing can move, as you have seen. It has moved in the past. It's a volatile one. Definitely a volatile one. That would be like a more momentum type play. JPM pullback to the 50 SMA, also a breakout and retest type look. We would want to wait for the shorter term MAs to start. They are starting to flat. The 5 SMA starting to trend back up. So JPM might be an interesting play for the week as well. If we go, let's see, SMTC, nope, I am scarred from that. Jazz looks pretty interesting here. Looks like it might want to continue 8% short float. KO, bless, WTX. I do like this look. Huge move. Nice push on Friday, creating, we'll see if that 10 SMA or 10 EMA wants to hold. However, if I recall correctly, the weekly looked pretty solid. If we zoom out, look at that break of the highs. It's a retest. It's basically a base break and retest. So looking for SWTX for continuation. And any sloppy snow, not interested. PM, too extended short term in my opinion. TTWO, this looks nice. Especially as it consolidates near the 5, the 10, and the 20. I like it. BE, nah, too volatile at the moment. Solve, breakout, retest. We'll see if it wants to continue on. Pretty volatile though. I don't know. I'd keep an eye on it, I suppose. ZG, SE, I kind of like SE. Breakout, retest. We'll see if it wants to create a higher high. USE, downtrending. Spot looks interesting. I like that bullish engulfing candle there. On volume also. So nice earnings. Let's see, where's that gap? It cannot fill that earnings gap either. This looks, so there's the bottom, right? So it can't really fill that gap there. So that looks interesting to me. I do like that a lot, actually. I think I'm going to asterisk spot. Asterisk on spot. Let's continue on. Joby, meh. EMR, meh. KR, meh. Well, breakout and retest. Kroger, kind of a slow mover though. Not my cup of tea. Day breakout, pullback. This is the first pullback since the new high at the 50 SMA. Potential. Not my favorite. VRTX, I like this. I don't know if I like this. That kind of reminds me of Rocket Lab when it has all that indecision. I liked it, then I didn't. Okay, ACHR, huge. Just got nothing but bought up on that dip. So I would keep an eye on ACHR, especially with that strong buying move. SFM has been a strong stock, pulled back, maybe needs some work. Pod needs some work. SEI looks interesting. Breakout, retest, pullback to the 5 to 10 EMA, 20 EMA, near those highs. Short float, 11%. SEI, I like SEI. I'll put a little asterisk next to that one too. That's a nice look. Team, might be a decent pullback play. It needs some work in my opinion. Meta, meh. Amazon, meh. Energy, BKR, on, no. Apple, potential. You at least have a low to risk against. That 230. Not my cup of tea at the moment. ISRG, it's a retest. ISRG, that's a breakout and a retest look. A couple of bottoming tails, so we definitely see we have some support near that 556 level. So it's a 50 SMA confluence as well. Netflix looking decent, needs some chop. Let the shorter term EMAs come back. eBay got smoked. Net, maybe. JKS, meh. Light, Nvidia, meh. Marvel, meh. IBKR, maybe close to a breakout and retest type thing. Most of these names look like they need some work. Now, crypto, on the other hand, I do think in general, crypto names are in play, especially with Trump, making sure his statements on US being like the crypto capital reserve of the world or something like that. So crypto names, MSTR, Coin, maybe Mara, any of those names I do think are in play. Docs looks interesting. It might want to fill that gap. I think it still needs some work to do. VST, whatever. Tesla, I'm in. Made a review. DE looks interesting here. I do like DE. Hut, QCOM, CRDO, gap filled, Google, JBlue, bleh, IBIT, maybe. I would trade Bitcoin, not IBIT, or I would trade the other names, not IBIT. Rocket Lab, I would pay attention to for continuation overall, especially a similar look as ACHR. Huge buying off of. This looks like a short to me. This should not be on my long list. I'll take that off later. TER, trash. Groupon, nah. AMAT, nah. BFLY. This is another one that you might want to keep an eye on, especially if it got bought up with that huge gap down on earnings. Avgo, PayPal getting smoked. RDW, bleh. ALGT, Lunar, meh. CG, meh. IonQ, meh. TSM, meh. So you can see all these names. Their position in 5 days is trash, right? And a lot of them are already downtrending. IBM looks interesting. This 246 is an obvious area. 1, 2, 3, all 3 times having a bottoming tail. Maybe target is up here at 265. IBM would be a short-term play, could be interesting. MCK, Duolingo. Load up, please. Come on. Nope. AARY. Nope. Cool. So that's how I'm creating my lists nowadays. Just went through quite a few names. Let me see how many names we just rolled through real quick. Long focus list. Here's all my lists that I have. Long 183 names. We just rolled through real quick. So also what I've been doing since I was short biased this past week, I have new yearly highs. If we go last trading day, new yearly lows, history, last trading day, it'll load up. And I've been looking at new lows that were being made prior days. And that's kind of how I found looks like XRX consolidation. It broke the new lows. And so this is, looking for continuation plays basically to the downside for shorts just for this past week. Now I'm going to have to reset because, it's nothing crazy off the highs overall. But those are the names. So again, I would look at XLF, XLRE, XLV, XLI, XLP, ORGO, MCKV, EXEL, MasterCard, Starbucks, Root, Urban, URBN, NTNX, Costco, JPM, STX, and I'll write all these names out, okay? Not financial advice. This is just what I do. This is how I create my list. I see what's strong going to the prior weeks. If I have a long bias, I'll go long. If I have a short bias for the prior week or overall, whatever it is, I go short. I said this before, but I failed to execute, which is why I lost all my gains in early February and the late February. Right now, the market just continues to chop and chop, just sideways, indecision. And so I am in and out. I will be in and out. I will actually be in and out of these positions. However, if it wants to continue to be weak, especially on my current short trades, I'm just going to hold these until, I don't know. I plan on holding these until it finds some sort of consolidation and maybe bounces strong to 10. I don't know. Well, I do know. I'm going to hold these until the trend stops, basically. This one I might close out, and then Tesla again. Tesla will be a short-term trade. Bounce to the 10 EMA. I'll take some. If we get up to the 20 EMA, that'd be great too. But this is not a long-term hold swing. I am going to be in and out of these names that I am in. Hopefully that is helpful. And if you guys are looking for a trading community to join, come join us at Micro E Futures, Equities ETC. We got a great trading group, trading team there. I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. I've made strides in my trading journey, and they've been a big part of it. And then TradeIdeas, if you like how I use TradeIdeas, you could always try it out. Use DCOB 15 to get 15% off of TradeIdeas. The links are provided on my X profile as well as my YouTube. So yeah, if you like these, if you have questions, comments, anything like that, feel free. I like learning with other individuals. I just enjoy what I do. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Trade safe, manage your risk. Thank you for your time. Have a good week. Later.